I think if he'd stayed healthy, he would have been right in there with Tom Rathman and Roger Craig and some of the great backs we've had.
He was recruited by Alabama.
Bear Bryant and I played golf one time. They saying something about that kid, that he was seeing him now playing on Sundays, and he remembered. Yeah, he remembered that, and he didn't take it lightly.
In the process of playing a lot of sandlot football on the park, you know, we would always choose teams, and I have to tell you that Andre was #1 draft choice every time we would choose teams, because, you know, everybody wanted to be on his team. He was that good.
Sitting around the gym one day, he asked me, he said, Alabama, what do you think? I said, well, you signed an SEC letter with them. It would be very hard on your family if you were to go back on that. And he and I talked about it a little bit, and then he asked me about a guy named Tom Osborne.
We looked at the film, and naturally he looked very good, and so we contacted Jack and said, yeah, we'd definitely offer this guy. And then the next thing we know, Jack Pierce gets fired because he sent the film to Nebraska.
Andre got up here and did fit in so well with everybody. First 2 weeks, he was in tune with everything that was going on. Players, coaches, he was a quick learner in football, just a quick learner.
But he always played hard, and he always did what he was asked. And he went on to the end of the NFL and had 2 really good years, and then he had a devastating knee injury. So his career was cut short, and then you know, had some difficult times after that.
It was in late November, snow, sleet, ice. It was a bad night, but I had a big event that night. I had about 50 ex-former Husker football players there, going around introducing myself to people. And then I see this young man over here perspiring profusely, shaking, and I kind of thought, I wonder who this young man is and what's wrong. So I go over and I shake his hand, tell him I'm Jerry Murtaugh. Man stands up, looks me in the eye and said, I'm Andra Franklin. And I asked Andre, what's wrong? You don't look good. And Andre said, I've been sick lately, and hitchhiking from Lincoln, Nebraska tonight didn't help me. And I just stood there and trying to think, what did he just say? Hitchhiking.
I don't know exactly where his mind was at that time, because walking to Omaha is probably about a 16-hour walk.
Andre, why would you do that? He pulled me closer. He hadn't, he's still shaking my hand, looked me straight in the eyes and said, because I gave my word to a Husker. How are you getting home, Andre? I'm hitchhiking. No. So got him a ride home. But that's the problem.
Had seen him for about 6 months and came down, and he had put on all this weight. And we talked about him going into the hospital, and he refused to do that. I was upset at him because I didn't think he was taking good care of himself.
It was hard for Andre to complain.
He has a lot of pride and doesn't want to bother people, and he'll keep things to himself.
Sometimes I wish that he had been a little more vocal, because I never knew quite what was going on inside of him.
The doctor said, if you don't start taking better care of yourself, the next funeral that'll come to is yours. And 6 months later, he died.
And when I heard that, I started thinking to myself, where was I?
Andre was one of my best friends. His whole family was special. I have a daughter that's mentally challenged, and he would not hesitate to have her on his arm and take care of her. He was a good man. He was a good man.
When I talked about Andre's pride and him not wanting to be a bother, that if there are athletes out there who feel like they need this assistance, that they don't feel like they are a bother, or let their pride get